live with my friend Greg. How are you doing, mate?
Awesome, Joe. How's it going, man? It's
Ah,
good to see you again.
yeah, good to see you too, man. So, Greg is one of the soldiers from Vermont sales. Now, if guys don't know Vermont, you guys are behind like so many brands, aren't you?
Yeah, we currently have more than what's on my shirt. We currently have in the region of about 60 brands in our stable, and up to 20,000 product lines. And yeah, it's a focused business around the uh, tool and hardware business, as well as automotive engineering, outdoor. We cover a lot of bases in those brands.
Well, look, basically, if you've walked into Micah, Midas, macro, anything, you would see. I mean, right now I'm seeing Tork Craft and everything. Great. Yeah, we had a great giveaway with you guys. A few weeks ago, we gave away one of the special toolkits that you guys, I don't know if you saw
Oh,
that.
wow, very good,
Yeah.
man.
It came out really good. The guy was
Okay.
really excited. I think you guys delivered it last week. I'll put a photo up. I've never heard someone so excited. Those
Well, you know what? I don't think there's much better than getting
free
something
stuff.
as a surprise ticket like that. That's
Yeah,
always cool.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So you guys have a new product that launched during lockdown, which I mean, not a lot of products that launched during lockdown did well. What is
Yeah,
this?
one of the new brands that we've been working with to introduce for 2020 is a brand that focuses on professional application in the sort of anti-corrosive, market, cleaners, lubricants, metalworking and engineering, or specific workshop and mechanical workshops. And it's a range of sprays and lubricants, a whole range of them. But a few here I'm going to be able to talk to you a little bit about shortly. But it's a product that's made in the UK. It's called Action Can is the name of the company, and they're one of the leading manufacturers of sprays for their market. And so it's great that as Vermont Sales, we now have a partner for them in South Africa or Southern Africa, and are able to offer some of their great products to the market.
So this is basically it's one of those. If your locks are stuck and that type of stuff that just basically loosens up, chews off a bit of rust. And then when it comes to engineering, if you're doing like metal work and that type of stuff on lathes and stuff, is that correct?
Yes, and a whole lot more. So, in the South African market, if you go to sort of the average store, you'll be able to buy a multi-purpose lubricant. And the point of a multi-purpose lubricant is it's supposed to be able to provide lubrication, a relative amount of penetration. It's supposed to sort of be able to uh, free up some components, and inhibit moisture, which is obviously causes rust and things. Action Can has exactly that. So this is the one that we have here. It's called AC90. You'll really like this product. So this one I've got here is actually this is the NSF range, which is actually food safe. It's for the food market, but essentially the product is the same. And AC90 is really a very an excellent product in multiple layers. So you must understand, with the multi-purpose spray, you're never going to have the same performance as one of those individual products. So as a cleaner, this will never perform the same as our brake and clutch cleaner. The
Of course.
solvent in this product is nowhere near the solvent in this. Okay. But really, what Action Can have sought to do with this particular product is come up with a formulation which will be able to cover a lot of different bases. And so this particular product is a 5-in-1. This will displace moisture. It's quite interesting. We normally do a little bit of a demonstration where you take an effervescent tablet and you coat it with this, okay,
Yeah.
and drop it into water, and then take a normal one, drop it into water, and basically in 10 seconds you'll see why you can see this really displaces moisture so effectively.
Really? So it's
The one
not.
that you coated.
Did you guys actually do? Is there like a YouTube clip we can play? Because that would be insane.
I'm sure we could find one for you, even if we have to make a video. I mean,
Yeah.
I should have been thinking a bit further down the line and actually done it live for you right now. Still, I mean, it just means I must just run and go and grab something that's going to fizz. But the beauty of this product then is because it's such an effective moisture inhibitor. What it does is it really helps it protect against rust.
Yeah.
And especially if you're in the coastal regions, obviously the humidity is much higher. This is a type of product that really isn't invaluable because rust is surface rust is obviously always where it starts, but it's progressive, and rust breeds more rust. That's the way it
You're
it
talking
works.
to a guy that restores classic cars, so know all about rust.
So, I mean, I just wanted to cover the multi-lubricant in a way that people can sort of understand that this is something that probably should be in every single garage. And yeah, so while it's protecting against rust, it also has an incredibly good lubricant. So it's going to keep metal on metal parts running very smoothly and operating efficiently.
No, but
And
you
with
said
that,
that. Sorry, man.
excuse me.
You said that one is food safe. So does that mean that you can use it like on the stove hinges and all that type of stuff? Anywhere where you're
Yes,
prepping food?
this one is specifically formulated to go into environments where there is food. So let's say you have a packing house or a production facility and they've got conveyor belts and they need lubrication. The formulation here is specifically made so if there is indirect contact with food, it's not going to
It's not
harm.
hazardous. Oh, okay,
And
cool.
they have and Action Can has a full range of food safe products like that. Maybe not so exciting for the automotive industry and guys, but it is nice to know that industry is holding the best standard, because I mean in a lot of these types of lubricants and sprays there are some very dangerous products. There's chemicals in here which can be very harmful, and being in an aerosol, it's also possible for them to get into places where they shouldn't.
Makes me think of, have you ever seen a mechanic eating his lunch with like black grease-filled fingers eating a sandwich? My brain's going, wow, at least now he's not going to kill himself with what's on his fingers.
Yeah, it's a different breed, I guess. I guess that's how it makes a bit of a difference. But so just to finish on 80/90, so that you have a full picture of what it is. So as a lubricant, wonderful, and also a very thin viscosity, so it allows for penetration into rusted nuts, bolts, etc., freeing them up. And then, unlike a lot of multi-purpose lubricants in the market, there's something that this has that they don't. It has a solvent in it that allows it to be an effective cleaner of sort of light oils or waxes and that type of thing. So a lot of multi-purpose lubricants will do a few of those things, but this all has a cleaner in it, which is handy.
Nice.
So that gives you sort of like a history of all the different products. But I think what might be interesting for you is maybe to discuss it individually, to give you sort of like a better idea of a few of the things that we have here. So one product that I know the automotive guys really enjoy using is this one. It's called RP90. And this is a genuine penetrating oil. It is extremely thin, and it has molybdenum disulfide in it. So what this does is it gives an incredibly thin oil, because of that, find the cracks within rusted components. So, like a penetrating oil, if you've ever to remove a bolt, a nut, or it's completely rusted, you'll know that it's almost impossible. You know. So, without heating it extensively, because that's one of the ways that you do it, you apply this, let it really soak in, and it actually has an ability to creep. So if I had to take two steel plates, put them together, and spray some at the bottom and put the two steel plates in, after about 2 minutes, I'll take them apart, and you'll see how far the actual penetrating oil is creeped up. And that's very important with the penetrating oil. So when you start comparing this product now to a multi-purpose lubricant, you'll see the functionality here is completely different. While this will offer a certain amount of lubrication, the point of this product is to be very thin so that it can penetrate. And really, when it comes to sprays, the thinner it is, the higher the penetration. The thicker it is, the lubricating ability, because it's going to stick on that.
Well, the more it moves through, and the more it takes all the gunk and so it gets through the gunk and stuff to actually loosen or create that barrier or that space between the two pieces of metal more than anything. So that's basically a product that every classic car shop or automotive shop type of thing needs to sit with for when it comes to strip downs. Because I mean, there's nothing worse than that,
I was at a customer earlier this year who does exactly that, and they were just using a multi-purpose lubricant, and they would spray it on and wait a while, spray it on, and they would use a considerable amount of spray on that component. We tried this, and the force that they needed to remove it after just a few minutes was vastly different. Purely because it's the right product. It penetrated deep enough, loosened up that rust, dissolved some of it, and you just turn it out very nice.
Any guy that's actually stripped a car, especially if you start hitting cars here from the 30s, 40s, and 50s, and you take, you can get some stuff that's completely joint in together. But I mean, I know when it comes to lubrications and some of the stuff, and I think the one truck we did was from the 60s. I think we went through 10 bottles. Just because, well, if you think about it, every night, if you're stripping off a chassis or something like that, you basically spray the entire car. Every nut and bolt needs to be sprayed, and so it's a time factor at the same time, Guys forget that a product like that, small things.
Exactly, One thing I wanted to also mention, you'll notice I said this is a trade professional quality product. So you'll notice if you look on the can there, it's a 500 ml. So the majority of action can products come in extra large tins. Okay. And the reason is we don't want to mess around. You're going to use this product in a trade environment on a regular basis. Let's make sure you've got enough of it to be able to do the job well. So as a penetrating oil, fantastic product to that. So you freed up your nuts.
And, this is the worst. We're all about freeing up nuts and penetration at the
moment. And you've got them loose. One thing that I think gets neglected in our market a lot is cleaners. And cleaning is a very important function of being able to restore something properly. So this is a product which, brake and clutch cleaner. It's a very popular product in the rest of the world. It is used in South Africa, but not nearly as much. And this product is really a very aggressive solvent. It's there to be able to strip away grease, grime, dust. That fine brake powder dust sticks and glues together on everything. This is designed to actually get in underneath it and lift it off the metal surface. So, if you give this a good squirt, you'll see it's got an incredibly powerful jet that comes out. And the solvents in here loosen up that grime extremely fast. The beauty of it, though, as well, is that it's very it dries very quickly. So the surface, you literally can spray it on, wipe it off. If it still needs an additional scrub, or if it's really heavy dirt, what I normally recommend is get a soft wire brush, or even a nylon brush, spray it on, and literally just wash it out. And this will strip away all of that old dirt, grease, and grime. And a lot of people don't do it. And the reason why I say it's so important is if you have metal on metal contact and you're not cleaning properly, the parts that you're putting back together are going to continue to wear at a greater speed because the greases, the oils, the lubricants attract dust and dirt particles. And that's like just putting sandpaper in between your metal joints. So cleaning it out is really important. It's really important.
Oh, awesome, man! That's and that doesn't eat away paint and stuff, or is that actually that harsh? Because I've seen that. I've seen brake cleaners that just chew the paint and chew paint off of everything as well.
So this type of product here is perfect for any metal on metal surface. Okay, but for paint, solvents are aggressive. We're gonna get this into paint work. I'd watch
cautious
out for that. So I'd take caution there.
In other words, if you've got a brand new set of Woolwood brake calipers, do not spray that on it. Okay, it will take the paint off of it.
So interestingly enough, this would be one of the most aggressive ones in our range. I've actually got another one. This is another one. Here's a foam cleaner,
cool.
which is used as well. We have
anti-static as well.
We also have So this one here would be ideal for electrical components. We have a whole range of cleaners within our products, and we do have ones that are perfectly safe for plastics and painted surfaces as well. So it's really the application needs to be according to what the job is at hand. So brake cleaner, like I said, this is incredibly aggressive. And it needs to be because it's going through the dirtiest and the dustiest parts of everything. But then we have, for instance, a foam cleaner, like this one here, FCC. What's nice about this is where a lot of the cleaners are just have a high viscosity. This comes out and foams. It's actually got quite a nice smell. It's got like a bit of an apple. It smells like apples. And it's not as aggressive, but it is still sufficient to remove good grease and grime.
Oh, nice. Have you guys got a link that we can send through where guys can actually go and check up on all the different products and stuff that you've got?
Sure. I mean, the Action website is fantastic. If you go to
just send me the link. I'll run the link at the bottom for us.
Sure. Actioncan.com. It's all there, or you can see it locally with the local pricing is on Vermont sales.co.za. It's all there for you to have a look at. So,
and guys can order that product directly from you. So if they need to buy it in bulk,
if they're a reseller, that's who we supply to. So we're strictly a wholesale business. And we supply via resellers of the product. So if you're a reseller, get in contact with us. If not, get in contact with your nearest automotive product reseller. And we have a lot of them in all sorts of areas around Southern Africa. So I prepared a few more products for you. I don't know how much time we've got.
Yeah, just keep going, dude.
I've got two other products that I really wanted to show you. That application in the automotive industry, and one is this copper anti-seize grease.
That sounds interesting.
The first product here is having copper and the grease. It allows it to withstand very high temperatures. This is a typical product where you would use as a preventative from getting those nuts rusted together.
Okay.
Okay. So this is that product that is a preventative.
So
threads and
that's not like so that's like the opposite of lock nut and that type of stuff. This is if you need to tighten something, but it needs to be loosened at some stage. Yeah. Or let me rephrase. It's going to be in an outside environment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this particular part is if you're going to be in an environment where it will rust, okay, the chances are you will need to be able to just move, apply the thread of that, and that would ensure that thread is protected against moisture. And you'll see the difference. I mean, if you have a look at a little picture over there, there's a manifold. I don't know when last release a nut bolt from manifold.
You mean snap bolts off of manifolds because they rusted in?
That's exactly the type of application. So I mean, exhaust systems eventually do go. They have to be replaced. 9 out of 10 times they're cutting pipes out, welding back. They don't even loosening nuts and bolts. Putting this on, you not only speed up that repair, you also don't do damage to other pieces. To remove a stud from an engine is a lot more frustrating than just putting a 10-second spray onto a thread.
Well, I'm thinking more if you think like car trailers and trailers and stuff, where you've got a lot of nuts and bolts that you're loosening and tightening every time that you use it. And it's something that constantly sits out in the wind and the rain. So yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like I said, when you replace it to spray that stuff on, it just means that every time you're not going to fight with loosening those things or loosening anything to try and get the cars on and off. So that really, like I said,
so even for something like a wheel nut, in the trucking industry, you're putting height onto those bolts and nuts. They're exposed to all the elements. You want to take it off, unless you have arms like Popeye, you're going to struggle or need to have an impact tool or a torque multiplier to be able to take those nuts.
Exactly. No, that makes sense. So what else have we got there?
So this is probably my most impressive product out of the Action Can range. This is called ZG90. And what this is, it's a cold galvanizing zinc spray. The beauty of it, it's available in 6 different colors. So we have it in all the RAL colors. But what is really impressive about this spray is it dries so fast. Within about 2 minutes, you have a touch dry surface. Okay, and about 15 minutes, it's completely cured. It's an incredibly fast drying paint, and being in the colors, which are pretty standard, you can sort of spray components. So let's say, for instance, you are manufacturing and you're doing an installation, or you just want to protect the surface where you put a new weld. This is the perfect product to do that. The galvanizing one, which brings out the silver, that's got a very good color match to galvanized surfaces.
Oh wow!
And having zinc in this product, and having that cold galvanizing, as zinc is sacrificial, so the zinc will sacrifice itself before the metal, and therefore it will inhibit the rust. It's quite amazing. I mean, on the coast, you go and look at nuts and bolts, and where action that was put in, or something where there's an exposure, and you'll see that they're all rusted. It's taken literally 30 seconds and sprayed each nut and bolt with a coat of this. No problem. Wouldn't be a problem at all.
So
So
once again, I mean, my wife's horse box stands outside here. I mean, that's something that I would use on that.
yeah.
I live next to the coast, and
Yeah, I mean, interesting that you say that. One of the biggest markets for this product in the UK is the agricultural farming community.
really,
Because what happens is that they're often having to repair fences and put up
mm,
posts, and you know, and also the UK is incredibly wet. There's a lot of humidity. So why they love this is if they're farming with animals, they don't have to wait there for half an hour or an hour to be able to ensure that an animal's not going and licking the fence post.
mm,
So the agricultural market really likes this product because of its fast drying. They can make repairs, renovations, changes quite quickly and easily, protect it, and get on with what they're really wanting to do.
mm.
Yeah, so great product. We have a certain percentage of zinc in ZG90, and and obviously there's paint in here which gives it the color. But great product, and couldn't recommend it more for especially the coastal regions. This is going to be a time and money saver down the line.
Yeah.
So any installations, or welding or fresh, welds like that, great. Just coat it over. You're not going to have that problem with the rust.
That's awesome, man. Awesome. And like you said, that is available in stores and stuff already? Is the products out already?
Yeah, no, it is. It is available, and you're able to find it. If you're struggling to find it, go onto our website and look for some of the resellers of this product. There's a very cool function on Vermont sales that's here that you just sort of put your area in, and it will give you the nearest reseller within your proximity, and you can go from there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. I like this
So,
thing that we're doing with the
just going
products.
back to ZG90 for
Yeah.
yeah, just back to ZG90 for 2 seconds. The big brother of Z, MZ90, and that is a matte cold galvanizing paint. That there doesn't dry as fast as G because it has a slightly different solvent. Because it has over 90%, it's a very zinc rich product. But that is a product for automotive who are wanting to sort of components that aren't necessarily seen. So if you're wanting to treat this chassis of of some and you want a really high quality protective coat, that is the product that you should be using in that particular regard.
Very nice. Very nice.
If you go through site actualcan.com, you view by applications, and you see for automotive there are lots of good options. There's another product I have not got a lot of experience with using, unfortunately, but it's I'm aware of what it does. It's called, and Supertrol is basically an anti-rust fluid. That's what it is. So where it's particularly used in the automotive industry is bottom of doors where water will drop down through the window. You generally have the rust that forms in the bottom of those doors. So Supertrol is a very thick wax-like product that you will spray into that surface, and what that will do is prevent the water from causing rust.
So the water basically can't penetrate the steel, in a way.
Correct. So I mean, in all of those, in all of the doors, there should be a little drainage hole so that water that does get in can get out. The problem is water that's there. It's actually the humidity that it's caused inside the door. And a car that's in the sun and there's a lot of and moisture do terrible things to they rust them very quickly and easily. So it's like Supertrol is an ideal product to also ensure that you're not going to have additional rust problems later on. And I mean, if you're going to restore a vehicle, you may already have that problem before, but you also don't want to have that problem exacerbated. So take the preventative measure and do the job the right way.
Well, if you're going to spend the money on doing a restoration, you want to try and preserve that as much as possible.
Yeah. So as I said, that product is called Supertrol. It's a really interesting product, and unfortunately, like I said, I haven't had the pleasure of using it because I haven't really had an application for it. But for the automotive industry, that is a interesting product. It comes out as almost like a bit of a flexible, waxy type product. And also, what's nice is it doesn't contain silicon. Okay, so as a product, it's designed specifically to displace atmospheric moisture and to give a really inhibitor against rust.
Oh, that's awesome. No, I think that's definitely something that the guys would be interested in. I like this thing that we're doing where you guys are telling us what products you guys have available. Maybe we need to do this once a month where you guys come and tell us what's new and, what works. I think we've got someone's coming up from, what's the thing called? Festool. I think we're going to be talking about in the next week or two. Yeah.
We'd love to. I mean, we've got a couple of very interesting products within our stable that I'm sure people will be interested in. And I know one thing with restoration is automotive spray finishes. So I know that's a big headache. Mechanical stuff is quite fun. It's a it's a it's a wrench, it's a socket, it's more leverage. But automotive spray finishes can be quite a challenge sometimes. So yeah, we can discuss the options that are there for Festool to get you to the point where you're going to get the perfect finish and coat. And then also there is the pneumatic side of it, where we have all of the different products for automotive refinishes in airlines, water traps, how to have the best quality finish at the end of the day.
And you guys, when I had my shop, you guys came and did a demo and stuff there. This is why I can't wait when we're going to delve deeper into the Festool products. It is such a good product that the air surrounding it actually becomes cleaner than the air outside. So you can be basically sanding down a car and it actually produces no dust at all. So for the guys out, that's correct, isn't it?
So almost. I mean, there is, the filtration systems on the dust extractors are very important, because ultimately, what's the point of just moving dust to only put it back into the air again so that you're breathing? So Festool spend a lot of time ensuring that the dust extractors produce clean air. It's very important that. Okay. But the second thing is you need to be able to move the dust efficiently from where it's been created and capture it into this space. So it's a systematic approach that Festool have developed, where if you're using pneumatic sanders or electric sanders, that really you don't have to worry about is it sucking, is it not sucking? It's working well, and you're in a protected environment. And really, dust in the automotive industry causes a lot of time wastage. So I don't know how many times I've walked into different panel beating shops and automotive refinishes, and generally the spray booth is right here, and right next to the spray booth is where they're doing all the prep work.
Yeah, I never understood that. That always boggled my mind.
It's a logical progression. You go from here to spray booth.
Yeah, but the problem is, so you've just laid down 20,000 rand worth of paint on a car, and then you roll it out of the spray booth, it's still tacky, and you take it right through an environment that is completely covered in dust,
Yeah.
body full of dust.
That's it. So if you must understand that dust as well is going to float in the air for a considerable amount of time.
Exactly.
Now you've got a charged painted surface that's saying, "Where are you, dust? Come!" And it just all sticks to your vehicle. So you want to first of all control the dust as best as possible, ensuring that you're going to get the best surface. And the best workshops that I've been to is the spray booths of complete dust free zone. They ensure that they keep as far away as possible, the prep side of it.
Yeah.
And using dust extraction is very effective in that regard. It brings with it a lot of other benefits that you don't automatically realize as well. So when dust extraction is used correctly, it extends the life of your abrasive. So we've done tests on some of our Festool abrasive where we can extend the life by about 10 times the length of a standard abrasive just by using dust extraction. And if you really want the technical answer and understand why, it's all got to do with heat. So because we're extracting the dust, we're cooling the pad, but also we're reducing the frictional heat that the additional dust would make on that sandpaper. And as a result, what that does is the adhesives that hold all of those sand particles onto that pad, they don't get as hot, and so therefore they don't fail and let the abrasive come off.
So I think when we do the Festool, or where we go into deep thing, maybe you guys need to do a bit of a demo for us on the day. I mean,
we'd love to do that. We'll get a little car body panel and
let's do a live demo. I think that would be awesome. So guys, check out and we'll let you know in the next week or two when we're going to do a whole thing on Festool. Then what everything else in Vermont, I love working with your company. Every time I went to your office, it's like a kid in a candy store. Ooh.
Look, it's exciting to work with really interesting tools, and it's great to be able to work with very amazing suppliers who are doing what they're good at doing, producing fantastic products. So if you're looking at our different product ranges, yes, there is different applications, but extremely good quality products. One product that might be interest to your subscribers is a product called Melco. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Melco? No, I haven't heard of that.
Melco is an American product and mainly works as a drill attachment that allows you to cut sheet metal. But they've got some specialized.
Oh wait, we had that in the mag. Oh, excuse me, it's my chair making noise. We had that in the magazine a while back, if I'm not mistaken. It makes it like a shear cutter, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. So there's different pieces to it, and obviously different accessories. But essentially, it's a drilling attachment that allows you to work sheet metal, IBR, corrugated. Door panels. It's a very nice way of being able to get into a confined space where normally you'd have to get a tin snip or something in there, and to cut it out, it's really quick and easy. And they've got some very unique products in their range as well that they target towards the automotive trade. They do a lot of work in the heating and ventilation, and they have some unique products there. But the automotive ones would save a lot of time, for workshops.
Cool. I think let's start listing up these products, and then, like I said, every now and then, let's do another interview, and we can run through a whole bunch of stuff. You can always send everything to me, and I can just keep doing demos on my side. I'm always available.
Sounds awesome. That sounds That sounds awesome. Just why did you just take over my job?
You can't have all the fun, Greg. Okay, leave
I
some for
don't. I
us.
don't. You know what? The saddest thing is we live in such busy worlds that we don't always get to do things that we really enjoy as much
I
as we'd
know,
like.
I know, I
Um,
know.
and I don't want to sound like the proverbial person moaning, but I love working with tools. I mean, that's what one of my passion is in life, and it's just frustrating when you can't always get to do and use
Yeah,
the tools that you really love using.
it always reminds me. What was that TV show, Home Improvement, with Tim Allen?
Oh
Where,
yeah, yeah.
he would stand there and go, "Oh, I don't know what this does, but I want one." You know, it's got so many horsepower in it. And then it
I
blows
want.
something up.
Sometimes I don't want one. Sometimes I want like two or three.
Exactly. What, they make them in different colors? So,
You
great.
know what?
Listen,
Before you go though, there's
yeah,
another product I wanted to show you, and that just reminded me of something.
yeah,
This is yeah. While we're still on Action Can,
yeah.
this is called SA90. This is a contact spray adhesive. I have personally loved using this product. And for the automotive guys that are doing, like cladding, or you're kitting out and you're laying carpet or that type of thing,
Mm.
amazing product. You
It's,
spray it on, okay? You let it dry like contact adhesive, and you marry both surfaces together.
so
It sticks beautifully.
are you telling me that's glue in a can, basically?
Glue it in can.
That is the coolest thing I've ever heard. Glue in a can. That is
And you know what
so
I love
cool.
about it is it's such a clean application. So if you're trying to glue like two really small surfaces,
Nice.
this is not the product, okay? But if you're laying a carpet, or if you're doing the trim on the inside of a van or something like
Yeah.
that, awesome product. It's
Yeah.
so quick because it's aerosol. You just spray it on the surface that you need. You spray it onto the piece that you're
Yeah.
attaching. Fantastic product.
Okay, I need to get me some of that. I can actually think of some. So
You
no,
know,
seriously,
I've
that
got some. And I use it on all sorts of things. Trust me, you don't even want to know what I do.
that just sounds wrong on so many levels.
It's a sticky one. Okay.
Dude, thank
So
you so
listen,
much,
you
man.
know what I
Yeah,
love about sprays?
yeah.
Okay, it's you're either lubricating, penetrating, healing, cleaning, painting. It's awesome.
The thing I like about that, it's like you've got a workshop. You can have like a box of a toolbox, and it's just a bunch of cans of everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Um.
mean, what we often say about Action Can it's really it's in the right hands. It's a power tool. Okay,
Exactly.
because yeah, it does amazing stuff, and I love the fact that it's called Action Can. So my question to you, Joe, is: are you getting any action?
Always.
Not to put you on the spot there by any chance.
uh, dude, thank you so much for being on the show. This is quite interesting. Like I said, let's get the other products and stuff going, and let's keep this going. I mean, I'm looking at the
Oh,
drills and everything at the back there. I know you guys have a lot of stuff for the woodworking industry as well,
we do, yeah.
with the woodworking shows, and maybe we should
So
get to a.
you want to see a cool tool? Let me show you a cool tool. This is this
What is
is
that?
this is a brand that's coming. We should have this in about 3 months. It'll launch in South Africa. We have the non-electric components of it, so the little work tables and benches and chairs and
Yeah,
stuff like that. But this is one of the most innovative power tool brands currently in the world. It's called Works,
I
WORX,
like. I like it.
and they are there to produce tools that are just completely revolutionary. Their idea is is not to try and just bring out what everyone else has, because essentially in power tools at the moment, everyone's got a drill, everyone's got a grinder, everyone's got a jigsaw.
Yeah.
Their view is, well, how do we make something that not everyone else has? So this product here, one called the switch driver. Okay, it's a cordless drill. Okay, so there's your screwdriving bit. And let me get another one here. Hold on 2 seconds. My desk is not big enough as usual. But I mean, I could talk to you about this product forever. Okay. So this here is called a switch driver.
What?
It takes 2 chucks.
You're kidding
me. Let's say
me.
you're doing something like, let me get a battery here. If I get a battery here, you'll even like this even more.
Did you see that?
Okay. So you've got torque setting over there. So you've still got torque to get the right speeds and things. Two-speed gearbox, and you make your hole, drill your hole, put your fastener in, done.
No way. That is the coolest thing ever.
And I mean, the benefit of this tool is generally you're making a hole to put a fastener in to secure something. So how often is it that you go and pre-drill something and then you change bits and you put your screwdriving bit in? The application for this now is, okay, cool. I don't need another tool now. I've got 2 drills essentially in one setup here. And the change is seamless. I literally just flip it.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
But we all know. I mean, once you've drilled the hole and then you put the screwdriver attachment on, then you can't find the drill bit you just had 5 seconds ago, which means you have to start relooking. And then when you swap over, you can't find that is such a cool stuff. So you say 3 months, and that's going to be on the market.
So this is going to be on the market really, really soon. I'm really excited about some of these products. They make some really cool ones, even for the automotive trade.
Yeah.
You'll like. There's a brand new cordless little car dust collector. So it's a mini vacuum cleaner. It's about this size.
No.
And it all runs. The beauty of this product is everything runs off the same battery platform. It's all running off exactly the same battery. So you can have up to over 100 tools now that all use the same battery platform. It's awesome. Do you want to see another one?
Yes.
Let me show you this one. You might like this one. This is another one of their flagship drills. It's called the AI, Artificial Intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay. And this was specifically built to really just cater to people that are infirm or ladies that don't have strong hands.
Yeah.
Or, just people that are struggling to tighten the chuck of a drill. So if you've used a cordless drill, I'm sure you would know that experienced that you put the bit in and then you tighten it, but you can never get it tight enough. And so what happens is
the
bit comes out.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one here has got a little blue collar. This is called the bit lock.
Yeah.
And all you do is you just turn this. It's just loaded. And there it's locked and bitten by itself. Yeah.
That is
so 3 functions. It has a screwdriving function, it has a drilling function, and then this is quite a unique function over there. It's called Intermittent Pulse. So what it does, if you can probably hear it, it basically pulses. And there's 2 reasons for that. If you're drilling into steel, you're able to prevent the bit from wandering because it's not tracking at one speed.
Yeah.
It's just doing short pulses like that, which is also great for screws. Because what they said, if somebody can't even tighten a chuck properly, what happens if they've got a huge amount of power and they get to the end of the screw? Normally the whole drill flies out of their hand. Okay. So with this product, it's actually got an overload protection. So as soon as you reach too much torque that could potentially damage your wrist, it cuts out and allows you to reposition so that you have the most leverage.
So that would work great for people who are retired, like you said, his joints and stuff just aren't being great, and that is absolutely brilliant.
It's compact, it's lightweight, it's it's got all these functions and features to really look after people that can't use a standard torque of a standard 18 or 20-volt drill.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we got lots of different products we can chat and show you about. Actually, if you want to go and see a really cool product that I'm sure you'll like, go and check out the Works Hydro Shot.
Okay.
I'm going to send you a link. Hold on.
Send us a link on that. Or get us one for next time for the next show so you can show it to us.
Well, you're going to have to tell me what you want.
Everything. Okay, everything.
That's the problem, man.
I'll sit and go through the site and see what other products and stuff we can sit and we can start getting out and talk about.
Okay, I'm going to send you this link now. Hold on here. Well, I can actually show you the video, but yeah.
No, send me the link on the video and we'll throw that out. Action. Okay, this is the Action Can stuff, web link. Okay, I've got that and stuff out. All right. But listen, I need to get going. I see we've gone way over our scheduled time.
I've got another meeting now in 10 minutes. So.
Okay, cool. Dude, thank you so much for being on the show, man. Let's do it again. I'll speak to Dale and everyone, and I'll make a list of products, and let's start running through it. And because I mean,
that'd be awesome, man.
To me, this is great insight into a lot of stuff.
Look, it'd be great to be able to just bring people together and let them see some of the cutting edge stuff that's around there. It'll be great.
Greg, thank you so much for being on the show, man.
Yeah, it's all. Take care. All the best. Cheers, Joe.
Okay, man. Good to see you. Cheers. Bye.